Right, John, cheers for joining us. Quite happy with that result then, performance?
Not so much the performance, but certainly the result was important. Home, as I said before, you need to win your home games, and the day's no different. And we've obviously getting 3 points, clean sheet. So it's been pleasing, but we certainly could have done a lot better. We maybe taken more of our chances. I think it'd be more comfortable, but we never looked to really in danger. And sometimes that can be a danger. You're that comfortable at times that you just don't kill teams off, and we probably didn't kill them off until the last maybe 20 minutes or so. We didn't have much more to give, but again, we're just disappointed when we scored a couple more.
Yeah.
As I said, we'd take it 2-0, you're happy enough to take 3 points.
Absolutely. I think probably the last 15-20 minutes, as you say, we looked a lot more dominant. I would say the chances were starting to come thick and fast, but we just looked a wee bit laboured up front at times, just taking a wee bit long to maybe take a shot and goal or that kind of thing. But it was good to see Jack getting the second one.
The whole performance was like a wee bit like that as well. It was a wee bit laboured. I don't know, it was the heat, and the pitch was quite dry, and it just seemed to sap the energy out of the game. But credit to the players, they just kept plugging away. And certainly in front of goal, we've got to be a bit more clinical and go and kill teams off. And especially the last 15-20 minutes, you say there, we could have had a few more chances that you think go make it 3, 4, 5 possibly, and give yourself a comfortable afternoon and make it look better in terms of the scoreline. But you say that it's one of the performances we knew even for the warm up things weren't going quite right, and we weren't quite sure if it was the team or just the way the game was going to go, and it just turned out to be the way the game went. So, but again, happy, 3 points, clean sheet, and again with the strikers always again, with Jack grabbing a goal. Much's free kick in the first half as well was excellently taken, so that kind of steadies and good ship a wee bit as well, but just need to be a wee bit more clinical, I think, and kill teams off.
It's good that we are creating chances, and it was also good that Chris got another goal. That's 2 and 2 he's got for us, so that's good that if they get the strikers are maybe having a wee bit of a bother getting the ball in the back of the net, that you've got the option for the other guys who can score goals as well, which is nice.
Well, certainly strikers is always important to score goals. For them, live and die sometimes with scoring goals. But certainly, if you can get creative players in the middle of the park, such as Much, who's also scored a free kick today, scored last week, and even for the back, we've had David Donnelly chip in with a few goals as well in pre-season and also the last couple of weeks as well. So it's important that we score goals from everywhere. We can't just be a one-trick pony, and if the strikers don't do it, then obviously the others need to take responsibility. And gladly today, that's how it worked out that way as well. Much getting his goal, and Jack chipping in. But I say it's important that everybody, we can't just make sure we rely on a individual or under certain individuals. But as a unit, we've managed that, and hopefully that will continue.
So I noticed that a few players missing today. How hard is it to try and plan for a game when that kind of injuries or people are away, that kind of thing? I don't think we've had a settled team since the first weekend.
No, pre-season's been a bit like that. We'd chop and changing constantly, and it's not great for Ronnie and I to try and get a settled back four and get a settled squad, even just in a settled team. Even the first 11 would be helpful just for a few weeks to be kind of bide themselves into the league and try and get the points on the board. But thankfully the players have come in and done the job. It was 3 changes to the back four since last week, and I changed the right midfield. We happily kept the 2 strikers today, but these changes obviously will happen. You've got guys on holiday, guys injuries and various things as well, so a few stag do's as well kind of crept in. But the guys, to be fair, have come in and stepped up to the mark and gave us a good solid performance, so that's what squad's about, and hopefully that continues as well, because you need good boys. Sometimes they sit on the bench for weeks and comes a chance, and they've got to take their chance, and thankfully they did that today.
It's good to see the guys coming in straight from the start of the day and doing pretty well. But the guys that come on seem to do pretty well as well. The 3 players that come on, Chris, it was good to see Chris Gordon fit again, and Graham's made a return to the club as well, which is nice to see, and Kieran made some impact on the left hand side as well, which was pretty good.
Well, again that's back to the squad. You can see we've got a decent bit of depth about us at the moment. We're still looking to kind of just finalise a lot of things with a few areas, just to give us a bit more depth. But guys come on again today and look comfortable, added certain things to the game, and again it's good that you've got that depth. You've got guys there, good players that are even getting a strip sometimes, good players that are not even getting on the pitch, and to have the 3 boys come on today showed us obviously they come on and gave us that wee bit of freshness we needed, and it's helped us probably a wee bit more comfortable towards the end, because the last 10-15 minutes every game when you're 2-0 they've got gung-ho in their head, and they're just going to go for it. So again, they came on and composed and settled us down and gave us another wee foothold in the game again.
Excellent, and we look forward to next week then. We're short trip through to Tollcross for Vela Clyde, so been a while since we played Vela Clyde. Any thoughts on it? Have you got any idea how they're going to be? Or I saw they get a draw with Carluke today, which is a good result. Carluke.
Yeah, it's not a bad result going to Carluke and getting a point, and they'll certainly maybe taking that before the game started. Vale's going to be a difficult game. They're a new management team, a lot of new players, freshness to the group, and they're going to be a very, very difficult game, especially at home. We have to go there well prepared. Again, changes to the squad is imminent because we've got a few missing again next week. So it's again difficult for us to kind of almost plan what next week's going to bring, but we certainly know what's going to come our way in terms of we go to Tollcross for a difficult game, and again that's Ronnie and I's job to kind of make sure we plan that properly and try and get as much information as we possibly can through the week to put the best possible squad together we can and get 3 points for it hopefully.
It's brilliant, John. I'm looking forward to that. Well done to you and the guys today. Another 3 points, 3 out of 4 is not too bad for the start, but hopefully keep it going into next week.
Thank you.
Cheers for your time, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Cheers.
Good, thanks.